What's up, guys? This is Dino here, and today I'll be adding the next part and the mid-season finale to What If Lieutenant Sir sponsored Dash. Before we begin this part, I would just like to say that sorry that I will stutter a lot in this video because once again, like I didn't write this script because here's the thing. I will explain it real quick so there is no more so there is like no confusion. If I write the script, I have to record it through Audacity, and the video editor I have does not support GIFs. So I wanted to have GIFs in this particular battle. That's why I am recording it straight from Canva's talking presentation. So that's why I can't narrate it, and I am speaking like straight out from my mind. So that's why it may seem that I'm stuttering and forgetting my lines, but don't worry, that's not the case because there are no lines to forget. And just let me know in the comments if the slight pauses and stumbles bother you that much, so I will try to cut out the editing a bit and focus more on the narration, I guess. And if you're wondering why I'm not showing my face, it's because it's 42 degrees Celsius where I'm living, and it's hot as hell, and I'm sweating profusely. So that's why I'm not intent on showing my face. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Have fun, guys. Ash spent the next week doing some light training and resting his Pokemon up for the upcoming battle against Silver. This was going to be his first ever full 6-on-6 battle, so he was a bit nervous about this, but at the same time he was very excited. He designed his lineup to be used in the battle, and also spent this week learning more about Serena's contest battling style. He thought about developing a strategy where he could implement her contest moves into his own battling style, but this said strategy was nowhere near ready to be used in this battle. So unfortunately, Ash had to hold up on that one. This week flew by instantly, and soon enough, the day of the battle had arrived. Ash, along with Serena, made his way to the top of the cycling road, where they found Silver and Nappa waiting for them. Silver said that he doubted Ash would show up, and Ash tells him that he was having the same feeling about Silver. They both smirk at each other before Silver tells them that all the spectators must take their seats on the top of the building, as only the battlers will be allowed here. Ash looks at Serena and she nods before wishing him good luck for the battle, and she leaves. Nappa does the same before telling Ash that he should get ready to lose, because there is no way in hell that Silver is losing after all the grueling training that he has done after losing to Ash the first time. Ash looks at Silver and asks him if that's the case. He then mocks Silver by reminding him of their previous battle, and how Silver got the false sense of security that they were even before Ash unleashed his true power and defeated him. Ash tells Silver not to expect anything like that because he will be going all out from the very beginning, and he's not sure that Silver will be able to handle it. However, instead of getting agitated by Ash's comments, Silver just nods calmly and tells Ash that yes, he lost their first battle, but that's the reason that they are here, and that's the reason they are doing it full 6-on-6. So there will be no excuses and no banters after this fight. This will be the the settling score. This will be the battle that will settle their score once and for all. And Ash smirks before throwing his Pokeball and sending out his first Pokemon, Mankey. Silver matches the fighting type and sends out his own Pokemon, Machoke. The battle begins as Machoke charges forward with a Mega Punch. However, Mankey uses a low kick right at the point of the contact. This greatly damages Machoke due to the size and also causes the Mega Punch to miss. Instantly, the inside of Machoke's calf is going red due to the sheer pressure of the kick that Mankey just landed. However, it toughens up, and Silver orders it to use a Brick Break attack. Ash orders Mankey to counter it with a Karate Chop, and the both attacks collide. However, Machoke's attack holds much more power, and this ends up crushing Mankey's wrist and hitting it straight in the head, causing some major damage not only to Mankey itself but also to its wrist. As Ash notices the swelling, once again Machoke tries to use another Brick Break, but this time Mankey uses another low kick in the same spot, damaging Machoke's leg even further. Then Mankey takes this chance to hit another low kick in Machoke's other leg. Silver tells him to dodge, but Machoke is once again too slow to do so, and this causes even more damage. This sequence continues on as every time Machoke plants his feet to land a powerful punch or a chop, this is where Mankey uses its low calf kick to damage it further and further. Soon enough, Machoke's legs start to give out, and Silver realizes that there is no way that Machoke can match Mankey's speed, which frustrates him greatly. Ash then orders Mankey to use a seismic toss, and as Mankey grabs Machoke and tries to lift it up, Silver orders Machoke to use a submission attack instead. Machoke easily overpowers Mankey and locks it in a submission attack before slamming it straight to the ground. This causes some recoil damage to Machoke, but even more so to Mankey himself. Then Machoke uses the Rock Tomb attack, and this time Ash orders Mankey to block it. However, Mankey disobeys Ash and instead leaps from rock to rock, showing its amazing agility before landing a powerful Mega Key straight in Machoke's face. It then follows it up by even more low calf kicks. At this point, Machoke's legs are absolutely torn apart, as it can no longer muster up any meaningful offense. However, through sheer willpower, Machoke plants his feet once more and this time hits the Mega Punch straight in Mankey's face, rocking it and sending it stumbling backwards. Mankey once again hits another low calf kick, and Machoke falls to its knees. But before it does so, it uses all its might into one final Brick Break attack, which crushes Mankey and knocks it out, giving Silver the early victory. Ash is shocked to see his fighting type Pokemon lose this way, but nonetheless he remains calm, as he realizes the amount of improvement that Silver has made so far. He sends out his second Pokemon, Slowbro, and to his surprise, Silver immediately withdraws Machoke from the battle, noticing the sheer damage that his calves had taken. Silver tells Machoke that it did a great job, but once again there is a slight hint of disappointment in his voice. He sends out his second Pokemon, a Dodrio, as the three-headed bird screams at Slowbro, who looks back at the bird with sheer dumbness and confusion. The battle begins as Silver orders Dodrio to charge forward with a Drill Peck attack. Ash orders Slowbro to block the attack, which Slowbro does, and takes some moderate damage but nowhere near to knock it out. Then Slowbro unleashes a Scald attack. The hot water connects on Dodrio and instantly causes a burn. Ash smirks, but so does Silver, and then Silver orders Dodrio to use Facade. Facade is powered up by the status condition, and this causes a lot of damage to Slowbro, almost knocking it out. Ash, realizing that he needs to do something, withdraws Slowbro, making use of its regenerator ability to heal some of its HP. He then sends out his third Pokemon, Kangaskhan, as the Joey Pokemon looks at Dodrio ready to fight. The battle begins, and as Silver orders Dodrio to use Jump Kick, a fighting type move which would be super effective against Kangaskhan. However, instead of telling it to dodge, Ash tells Kangaskhan to match power with power and use a Dizzy Punch. And although Jump Kick should have the advantage here, Kangaskhan manages to overpower the fighting type attack and hit two of Dodrio's head with the Dizzy Punch. This causes Dodrio to get confused, but something weird happens. Every one of Kangaskhan's attack is missing, as Dodrio seems to be not faster but much more elusive with its head movement and its footwork. And this is where Ash realizes that this must be Dodrio's ability, Tangled Feet, which ups its evasiveness during confusion attack. And this works in Dodrio's favor as it's able to land a powerful Drill Peck. However, as the Drill Peck lands, Kangaskhan grabs one of its head before jumping backwards and landing on Dodrio's back. It then unleashes Dizzy Punch after Dizzy Punch, and despite having heightened its evasiveness, Dodrio is unable to dodge the punches at such close range, and this eventually leads it into getting KO'd, giving Ash a victory. Then Silver sends out his third Pokemon, Sandslash, as Sandslash looks at Kangaskhan ready to fight. Ash instantly realizes the Sandslash must have the speed advantage here, so he orders Kangaskhan to brace itself for an attack, which is Fury Cutter by Sandslash, and once again Ash orders Kangaskhan to use Dizzy Punch to counter the attack. However, Sandslash proves to be much slick than Dodrio, you, dodging most of the dizzy punches, and in turn, its Fury Cutter is getting stronger and stronger with each cumulative hit that it lands. Then Kangaskhan is able to ma- manage an opening and hit a powerful ice punch straight in Sandslash's face, causing a lot of damage. However, Sandslash grabs its fists, taking a page out of Kangaskid's book, and uses a shadow claw, which causes a lot of damage to Kangaskid. He then follows it up by using an earthquake attack, which is enough to knock the normal type out, bringing down Ash's second Pokemon. Ash, realizing that he needs to get a win right now, sends sends out his Slowbro again, counting on its type advantage over the ground type. Silver orders a Fury Cutter, and Ash immediately orders Slowbro to set up a future set attack, making a future investment on one of Slowbro's most powerful moves. The Fury Cutter lands continuously, as this causes major damage to Slowbro. However, Slowbro is able to hit a Scald, but to his shock, Sandslash curls up into a ball, managing to evade most of the hot water and uses a rollout attack to get in close on Slowbro before landing even more Fury Cutters. This accumulation of super effective attacks is able to bring down the bulky Slowbro, bringing down three of Ash's Pokemon. Ash, realizing that he needs to take Sandslash down real quick and real fast, so he sends out his Nidorino. Nidorino stares Sandslash down, intending on hurting it badly. The battle begins as Nidorino charges forward with a horn attack. Once again, Silver orders a Fury Cutter, but Nidorino is just too powerful for Sandslash to handle, as the horn attack hits home, sending it flying backwards. Nidorino then unleashes a volley of Poison Sting, and once again Sandslash curls up into a ball and uses a rollout to evade most of the Poison Stings, and hit Nidorino head on, sending it crashing backwards. But Nidorino plants his back feet into the ground and tanks the attack before sending Sandslash curling backwards. It then unleashes its secret move, an Ice Beam attack, a move that it learned from the technical machine provided by Lorelei. This Ice Beam is super effective and catches Sandslash off guard, and this is followed up by Slowbro's future set attack finally hitting home. This cumulation of attack is able to bring down one of Silver's strongest Pokemon, and this results in half of his team being eliminated as well. He sends out his fourth Pokemon, Kabutops. Okay guys, a slight retcon time. I know in the previous part, Silver used on Omanite or Onomite, but we are going to do a retcon and say that he used Kabuto. Just picture the previous part having Kabuto instead of Onomite, and this is because I think Kabutops suit Silver better, and I can't spell Onomite's or Omanite's name continuously. So please forgive me for that. Enjoy the rest of the video. Instantly, Silver orders Kabutops to use a rain dance attack, and this manipulates the weather and kicks in Kabutops' ability Swift Swim, which heightens up its speed by a multiplier of 2 and also powers up the water type moves. Nidorino uses a horn attack to charge forward, unfazed by the rain, but Silver orders Kabutops to use an Aqua Jet. The both attacks collide, and Aqua Jet seems to have the much more power this time, sending Nidorino flying backwards. They both then collide once again, this time with Nidorino using a double kick and Kabutops using an X Scissor. Once again, Kabutops seems to have the slight speed advantage, but one of the double kicks hit Kabutops straight in the head, rocking it a bit. No pun intended. Nidorino then unleashes another one of its newest moves, that this one he learned from Raichu, a Thunderbolt attack. This super effective attack is heightened up by the rain a bit and hits Kabutops head on, and this results in it being paralyzed, neutralizing the Swift Swim. Then Nidorino charges forward with another horn attack, and once again Kabutops used Aqua Jet. And this time both the collision of these powerful attacks is enough to knock both of their Pokemon out, bringing them both down to their final 2. Ash sends out his Dratini, and Silver sends out a Scyther. The battle begins and it's clearly evident that the falling rain is going to benefit Dratini because Scyther's wings are getting wetter. So that means it it's forced to fight a grounded battle against the dragon type, and instantly Dratini's sheer aggression and just a hyper violent fighting style catches Silver and Scyther off guard, as Scyther is unable to do anything against a powerful Twister attack. It's not that Dratini's attack, all of Dratini's attacks are hitting, but the sheer volume of it and the aggression that aggression and forward pressure that this tiny dragon type is displaying is too much for Scyther to handle. Scyther tries to attack from the back foot, countering Dratini's movement with slash attacks, but none of these attacks seem to have any effect on the dragon type, as it continues to march forward, launching attack after attack. And although this results in Dratini getting tired bit by bit, Scyther is not bulky enough to take most of the attacks, and a powerful Dragon Breath hits home and takes Scyther out, bringing Silver down to his last Pokemon, his starter and his most powerful Pokemon of his entire team, the Charizard. He sends out the Charizard, who is unfazed by the falling rain, as it uses one of its wings to hide its tail. Silver realizes that soon enough the rain will fade away, and Ash does as well, so he decides to use Dratini's aggression to its advantage and make most of the rain while it's still around. But to their surprise, Charizard displays a overwhelming speed advantage and fires off a Dragon Pulse attack. This Dragon type move is able to overpower Dratini's Dragon Breath and take it out in one hit, bringing Ash down to his last Pokemon as well. And this is his own starter, Raichu, making it a rematch between the two. Ash is extremely wary of Charizard's power. To take Dratini out with one hit is no joke, and on top of it the rain has disappeared. So he realizes that although Raichu had beaten Charmeleon before, this Charizard is a whole another beast. The battle begins with Raichu firing off a Thunderbolt and Charizard using a flamethrower. Both the attacks collide, resulting in a massive explosion which sends both of them flying backwards. Raichu then moves in close and so does Charizard. And as once again, just like the previous battle, they trade shots in close range. Charizard using Slash and Raichu using Mega Punches. But just like before, Raichu seems to have the advantage in close range, as its punches land on Charizard's body and head. Charizard is able to maneuver its wings to block some of the Mega Punches, but they do no good, as Raichu's punches are too powerful and one of them crushes Charizard's wings backwards and hits it straight in the jaw, rocking it a bit. Raichu then follows up by a uppercut attack, which once again hits Charizard in the jaw, and this dazes the fire flying type. Raichu then unleashes a thunder attack as the lightning bolts descend from the sky, ready to crisp Charizard into a fry. However, Charizard displays unusual speed as it takes it to the air, dodging every single lightning bolt, and unleashes its newest move, Scorching Sands. This attack is super effective and manages to cause a minor burn on Raichu, but it's nothing that it can't handle. The battle then comes into a stalemate as both Pokemon use slash attacks and mega punches once again, but this time Charizard takes a page out of Raichu's book and uses its tail to wrap Raichu up and hit multiple slash attacks, blooding Raichu up a bit. However, Raichu uses the Thunderbolt, which is super effective on the flying type, sending it backwards once again. As the battle goes on, Raichu is taking over once again, as Charizard just seems to be a step behind. A powerful Mega Punch hits Charizard straight in the gut, winding it up. It is then followed up by another Thunderbolt and another Mega Punch. This final Mega Punch sends Charizard falling backwards on its back, almost knocking it out. Ash tells Silver that it is over. His Charizard has gotten strong, but it's nowhere near the power level of Raichu. And Silver looks at his Charizard before smirking at Ash and says that the real battle has just begun. Just then, Charizard begins to glow in a fiery red aura as the entire atmosphere around them starts to heat up. Even Serena, Nappa, and the other spectators watching from the stands feel the heat as Charizard begins to descend, surrounding itself in a fiery glow. This is his Blaze ability. Both Raichu and Ash can sense the sheer amount of heat that is emitting from Charizard. They know that Charizard is stronger than ever, but they also know that it has taken a lot of damage, and because it has activated its Blaze, it means that it does not have much amount of fight left in it. So they just have to weather the storm and hope for the best. Charizard fires off a much more powerful flamethrower as Raichu uses a thunder attack to counter it. However, this time the fire attack overpowers Raichu's electric type attack and sends it flying backwards, even exaggerating the previous burns that it had gotten. Then Ch- Silver orders Charizard to use its ultimate move, the secret weapon that he had been saving up till now, of Flare Blades. As Ash looks at Raichu, and it looks back at Ash before nodding, and they both unleash their own secret move that they had trained in the Safari Zone. This is Volt Tackle. Both the attacks collide in the center field, resulting in a massive explosion which sends everyone flying backwards. Ash and Silver are caught up in the explosion, and Serena and the others watching in the stands have to take shelter because the shockwave from this resulting explosion manages to shatter the glass from which they were watching. As the smoke finally clears, everyone notices Ash and Raichu lying unconscious, no longer having the energy to battle. Ash, in particular, has taken some damage from the debris that was sent flying due to the explosion. Serena goes down to check on Ash and notices that he has taken some minor injuries. Raichu, on the other hand, has severe burns and looks absolutely exhausted. Then they all look at Silver. Silver is absolutely unfazed by the explosion, as they notice Charizard using the last of its energy to shield its trainer using its wings. Charizard soon falls forward, fainting, having given its all to secure a victory for his trainer in this much anticipated rematch. Silver is declared the winner, but by the looks of it, he realizes that this is no shape for a winner to be in, and most importantly, he realizes that Charizard has taken some severe damage and he needs to rush it into the Pokemon Center immediately. He recalls Charizard into his Pokeball and starts to leave before he notices someone blocking his way. It's Ash's Mankey. It's still nursing its damaged wrist, but it's looking at Silver with a determined look. Silver looks at it for a second before realizing what it's saying. Mankey looks back at Ash and Raichu one more time before looking back at Silver as they both walk away. And guys, that's where I'll be ending this part with a slightly sadder ending, but you know how this is, right? You get something sad, but you will get something good in the next part, I guess. But yeah, this was the mid-season finale, so I will be taking a slight break from this particular story. I will be focusing on the some of my other stories for now, because I think that just focusing on one story for too long can get stagnant. So that's why this will be like the last part for a while, for like 2 to 3 weeks before I resume the story with part 9. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for like stuttering a lot, because I was narrating it straight from the slides, so that's why it may seem that I'm forgetting my lines, but I'm not. I was just like narrating it out of my mind. So hope you guys enjoyed this part. Stay tuned for the next one. Stay safe, guys, and